Friend tells dad they should have aborted deformed baby. Dad's response leaves him dumbstruck. Of all people, you should get why someone would want to abort a cleft baby. Matt and Sara Martin had been trying to conceive for a long time, but nothing had worked. Finally, they decided to try IVF. Much to their joy, they soon discovered they were expecting twins. As the pregnancy progressed, everything appeared to be normal. The scans showed two beautiful, healthy boys. Finally, the big day came. On April 3, 2018, at 10:46 a.m., their first son, Carson Martin, was born via C-section. The nurses cheered, and the doctor congratulated us, Matt said. "He's so big and perfect," one nurse said. Tears of joy streamed down my wife and I's face. Exactly 2 minutes later, their second son, Dawson Martin, was lifted out of Sara's belly. But this time, something was different. As the doctor held him up, the room went silent, Matt recalled. Something was different. The doctors were worried. My wife's doctor leaned over to a nurse and asked her to call the NICU. "What's wrong?" Sara asked. "I don't know," Matt told her. Matt worked his way over to where the team of nurses had crowded around Cam. He asked one of them what was wrong. The nurse, uncomfortable, looked over at the other nurses. She whispered to them, Matt said. After what seemed like forever, they all turned to me. "He'll be okay," she told him. Matt and Sara would soon learn that Cam had a bilateral cleft lip and palate. Before Sara could even hold him in her arms, he was rushed to the NICU so they could make sure he was receiving the nutrients he needed. His condition meant he wouldn't be able to suck, so he would have to be fed another way. While seeing Cam's face was initially a shock to Matt and Sara, it took no time at all for them to fall in love with their sweet, strong little boy. But the coming day, weeks, and months would be full of mixed emotions. "People apologized and cried for us," Matt said. "Our doctor came up and apologized for their sonogram tech not catching it, so we could be prepared. These first few days were full of mixed emotions. Overwhelming love for these two that just came into our family, and fear for everything we didn't know about Cam's future." After bringing the boys home, the family met with a plastic surgeon who fitted Cam with a mouthpiece called a nom, which would cover his palate and stretch things out in preparation for his first surgery, at just 4 months old, to repair his soft palate and lip. At 18 months he would have his hard palate repair and they would reshape his nose, Matt explained. Between ages 4 and 6 he would have a bone graft done to make his top gums one solid piece. Sweet Cam has already had to endure a lot in his short little life, but he has taken it all like a champ. Matt and Sara were actually sad when he went in for his surgery because they were worried he wouldn't look like their precious Cam anymore. "We loved the moments when the nom came out and we got to see his huge beautiful smile," Matt said. "It's crazy how fast you fall in love with them. We just wanted to stay home with him all day and stare at his face. As his surgery quickly approached, we got a lot of anxiety. This little boy wouldn't look like the same little boy anymore. He wouldn't be the same boy we fell in love with. It's weird to say, but we didn't want to do it. But, of course we did it. That first day was rough and he was on a lot of pain meds. My wife and I cried a lot. He was so different. He was in so much pain. What had we done?" The nurse told us a lot of cleft parents go through that. That there's a grieving period you go through. After he was over the pain, and his personality was coming back, we saw our son. We really saw our son. His huge smile was still there, and he was just as beautiful now. He healed fast and has the best freaking personality. That kid loves so hard. Do I wish he didn't have to go through all of this? Of course. But do I wish we never had him? A million times no. This baby has changed me in so many ways. He really has changed my life. That's why Matt was heartbroken when he got into a heated conversation with some old friends over a group text. As they talked, the topic of abortion came up. Matt mentioned that he thought we're getting into a not-so-great spot with abortions. For example, due to genetic testing, babies with clefts are being aborted 3 times more in some countries and even higher in others. The people want a baby, just not that baby. After having Cam, Matt believes strongly that it is wrong to abort a baby just because they have a cleft palate. But one of his friends didn't agree. "Come on," the friend said, "of all people, you should get why someone would want to abort a cleft baby." Matt was shocked. Why would he think that? Why would someone think I would agree that babies like my son shouldn't have the opportunity to live, simply because they're different? Heartbroken, Matt decided to share Cam's story in the hope that others will see the beauty and the value in cleft babies. "I thought maybe this could lead to great opportunity to share my son's story so far and hopefully shed some light on clefts," he said. "So maybe, when a mom and dad go to get a sonogram or get blood work done and find that they've got a beautiful cleft baby, they won't think their world is over. That it'll just be a little different." While Matt and Sara have had to endure some tough times, and they aren't over yet, they wouldn't trade their son for the world. They see Cam for who he is, a sweet, beautiful, strong fighter with so much love to give. "I hope he'll be a beacon of light to others, that their world isn't over just because they're a little different," Matt said of Cam. "Having a cleft baby is difficult at times and it's terrifying to go into the unknown, but it really is so rewarding. Help us spread this message of hope and humanity. Share this. What do you think? Scroll down to comment below. Don't you forget like, share and subscribe Amazing Story Today channel. Thank you for watching.